Knows, episode number 115.
You sound so like tired when you say it. Let's hear some energy in that voice. Get it in there.
You do it.
Everybody, welcome to Bolts and Holes, episode number 115.
It's terrible, so
See?
annoying. So annoying.
No.
Yes.
That's why everyone watches. They just want to hear the intro. That's why they stop.
Immediately know what your personality is like when you do that.
Shut your pie. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, my man. I'm still on my drinking kick. I've lost like 10 pounds. Doing good.
It's good.
Kind of eat better, trying to drink less. Got a little more energy now.
I mean, what's the point?
I slip up every now and then. Last night was a slip up.
And so you should just keep carrying that on. So have like a week of slip-ups.
Yeah.
You know, once you're going down the hill, just keep sliding.
I think it affects you more when you stop for a little while. I think.
Oh, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. You lay off a little bit and you drink a little bit, and it has a much more effect. You build up an immunity when you're drinking, and that's not a good thing. If you build up an immunity to alcohol, that's not good.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it is your body telling you need to stop.
Yeah, so then you just take a break and then
or
you get
scale
back
back at least.
I think it's just a happy balance. You spend a couple days not drinking, a couple days drinking, a couple days not drinking, a couple days drinking. It's good for you.
All right, I'm going to take that into consideration.
You should.
What are we talking about today? We got some parts?
We got parts.
And then you brought a topic up earlier.
You know, rust has seemed to be an issue lately.
It has.
There's a lot of rust floating around these days.
Do people generally understand that carbon steel rusts?
I don't get it, man. I don't understand. It happens all the time.
People will order fasteners and they don't want a coating. You ask them specifically, do you want the zinc plated? Do you want it
black oxide,
Teflon, whatever. And no, I don't want that. I mean, maybe they just, I don't know what they're thinking. They're just thinking that they're going to get it and it's going to be shiny.
And especially when you machine it.
If you take carbon steel, B7, any kind of alloy carbon grade, it's going to oxidize. You got moisture in the air. You got other little ions that cause rust and corrosion.
It's going to
happen. And it happens. You know, that ships across the country, they open the box and all of a sudden you got some rust.
I mean, we've had customers.
This is not supposed to look like this. These are brand new parts.
Months after we shipped them parts, call us and say, there's rust on these parts. Months after.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
And we're bringing it up because this happened a couple times this week. And we just shipped some parts. So we machined some badass 12 points, 4340, sent it out to heat treat, badass heat treat, sent them up to them, and there was a couple parts that rusted.
Yeah. So we're kind of calling them out. This is kind of an awkward thing, right? Because what if they watch the podcast?
Well, we're not saying who it is, but it's still, it's a common occurrence.
They're going to know who we're talking about.
Maybe, but I had the same conversation with them. I was like, dude, listen.
Who are we kidding? They're not going to see this podcast.
Yeah, it's true. I told you the story though last week. I went to a customer. I was in the shop looking at a big piece of equipment, not to give anything else away.
Yeah, right.
And one of the guys working on the piece of equipment was a third party in there doing some work. And he's like, "Oh, you guys are with Patriot Bolt. I love bolts and hose." I was like, "What?" And he's from Louisiana.
That shows how small the world is, I think.
I mean, what are the chances?
I know that's exactly illustrating the point. It's such a small world. Because there's only 6 people that have watched it.
I think we have like an average of like 50 views. So 1 out of 50 found me in a shop. I mean, it's just crazy.
And he knew you by your face.
Yeah, well, he saw Patriot Bolt. He didn't recognize me at first, but then he saw Patriot Bolt. He's like, "Oh yeah, you guys do the podcast."
Interesting. Yeah, we're kind of world renowned. We may be more famous than we think, Bryce.
But it's okay. So what can you do to prevent rust?
Well,
It's a couple different
you
things,
really
right?
have to shield the metal from those oxidizers, which is air and moisture and that sort of thing. You can also get like galvanic corrosion and things like that, just like we talked about last week or a week before, whatever, with the gasket isolating. That same anode-cathode relationship with corrosion happens with bolting as well, with the bolting against the flange, using dissimilar metals and things like that. But generally speaking, if we're just talking about shipping parts across the country, you're talking about carbon steel for the most part, and then you're talking about air and moisture getting to that. So to prevent that, you got to block it in some way, right?
So what
you
are some
put a coating on it. You can put electroplate is probably one of the most popular. Zinc electroplate, and zinc is used, like we talked about last week. It's very popular material to prevent corrosion because it acts as that sacrificial element, so it'll slow down the corrosion significantly. So zinc electroplate, you got PTFE coating, but even in PTFE coating, you have a zinc base coat, right? In most cases.
Sure.
So that's really where the rust prevention comes in. Because your coating is going to flake sometimes. It's going to get nicked or dinged or whatever, and you got that zinc underneath. So zinc is probably the most common. And then you get black oxide.
Black oxide's the cheapest,
Which is really
probably not. It doesn't work as well.
A painted
Quick,
on,
yeah.
baked in coating.
And then like a phosphate and oil is kind of a step up from that.
Yeah, so see, even with oil, even if they were to take those bare metal parts and just coat it with oil, and you put WD-40 or
It'll last a little longer.
heavy machine oil or something on
In
it.
a bag.
But if somebody was to wipe that oil away,
Right.
yeah, you're gonna see some rust spots. But
And
just
then-
something to keep the air away from the metal surface.
And then zinc is probably the next step up. And then you have like a hot dip galvanized, which is a thicker, more robust. It's used more for outdoor structural applications.
Yeah.
Mechanical galvanized is another one.
Yeah. Then you get Cerakoting and powder coating and all those sorts of things too. Not really typically used on fasteners, but you get into some of the Sermaguards and things like that. That's outside of PTFE.
Nano, yeah.
Yeah.
But then you can also change the material,
Yeah.
right? It's another thing you can do.
Get away from carbon. Yeah.
Get
Because it's the carbon inside that's oxidizing.
Right. So bump up to stainless steel, not as strong, but you're definitely going to have that.
But even you'll have low carbon, higher carbon stainless steel. So even 304,
it will rust.
Will have some element of carbon in it, and that
Sure.
can rust. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can even see that. So it's a misnomer to think that stainless steel doesn't rust. There's
It
some
definitely does.
stainless steels that do.
Yeah, it definitely does. The other thing I was thinking about, like, because rust, I mean, surface rust isn't that big a deal. You wipe it down, oil it, wipe it down, not a huge deal. Everything's intact, threads are sharp, it doesn't cause a whole lot of issues. But then you start getting a little bit more corrosion. It can cause issues with friction and hitting and cracking and all the above. So most of the time, if we just made a part and shipped it, it's just surface, right? It just get some WD-40, wipe
wire
it down,
brush.
wire brush, yeah, and you're good. But if there's some pitting in there, it's an issue, and that just means it's been sitting somewhere for too long.
For sure.
Right? So to everyone out there that watches this, coat something, put some zinc on it.
Protect your nuts.
Protect,
really
yeah.
is the moral of the story.
Protect your nuts
Yeah.
and studs.
All
How
right.
about we jump into some
Let's get into some
parts?
parts, man. That was a good topic, Bryce.
Excellent. It's just, I like to talk about stuff
When you
that we
first mentioned it, I was
experience.
thinking that was going to be kind of dull, but that was good.
I like to talk about things that we experience in everyday life.
Like it. Yeah.
You do small?
Yes, sir.
We're making hundreds, I think almost 1,000 of these parts.
I'm going to go stainless steel.
It is?
Yeah.
What grade?
Ooh, 316.
431 heat treated.
Would have never guessed that. That would have been way down the list.
Quarter 20 by
431.
340. Yeah.
Here we go. So socket head
Three
cap
quarter,
screw.
431 heat treat, Danny.
Beautiful part. Machined all from round bar.
How many?
Fully threaded.
500?
You can see there it has, see if I can focus again, it's got
a wire hole?
holes drilled through the head to put a safety wire there. Yeah.
Quarter inch 20 by 3/4, 431 heat treat.
Beautiful part. Love it.
500 pieces. They're getting milled right now. No, they're getting drilled, I think. They're getting that safety wire drilled.
They're getting milled and drilled,
Milled
baby.
and drilled, homie. These are kind of
Sounds
cool.
fun. That is
What's
called
that?
a taper pin.
Taper pin. A
Threaded taper pin.
Threaded taper pin. And look at the grade.
Yeah. It looks like a baseball bat.
You're right. It
With
does.
the taper on
It does
it?
look
Yeah.
like a little baseball bat.
See if I can.
The torpedo bat. We should make a torpedo.
You can see that taper on there, so
We
it's
should machine a
heavier
torpedo.
at this end, lighter on this
That'd be
end.
kinda cool.
As it gets towards the thread right there.
That's a good
See
idea.
that? That again is all
Do a
machined from
torpedo
round bar.
necklace, medallion.
And carefully and meticulously tapered on the machine.
So those are 1/4 inch 20 as well on that thread.
Okay, nice.
1/4 inch 20, 304. Look, and there's two sizes. I brought another one so
There
you
you
can. Here, grab
That's
that.
another one. Okay.
So you got a smaller one. You handle the smaller ones way better than you handle the bigger ones, Chris.
That's what I hear.
You must have a lot of practice with the smaller ones.
If you only knew, Bryce.
304 stainless steel. Isn't that stamp cool? 01XQ is our manufacturer's
Oh, nice, yeah.
ID. So 304 01XQ. Unless it looks like a laser. I'm assuming
It is a laser,
on
yep.
a laser.
Very nice.
It's cool, man. How many of those were, Danny? Yeah.
Those different sizes.
Yeah, we got two different sizes here.
Big quantity?
I was like 20 of each or something.
20 of each.
The guys hate making these things. Every time we do them, they can't stand it.
Well, it's it's not a straight line. It's a little bit of an angle there, so they got to do a little more calculation. You got to think a little bit.
I think it's tough too, especially he said 304 was.
Our guys are conditioned to churn and burn, go, 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 and you got to slow down on something like that. It's out of their nature.
Which one's next?
Yeah, let's do this one because this one's really cool.
Yeah, that one is cool.
Okay.
So
Got
that
this
is
bad boy.
a metric. I what do you call that? A plug of some sort.
I'm not even going to guess, but I'm assuming this end is beveled so that you can weld it onto something. This is going to be a fitting, I believe.
You think so?
Yeah, and you're going to weld that onto a
Yeah,
pipe.
I guess you're right because it does have the hole.
Yeah.
So that's that was 660. M48, I think by 3.0.
Yeah. So this is going to be an externally threaded fitting, I believe. That's what they're going to do.
Do you remember who that was for, Danny? M48, 660 plug of some sort fitting. No, there's 2 pieces we made. That was an extra.
Yeah.
660
M48?
M48. I think 3.0 is the coarse thread.
That's an awesome part. That sounds very expensive.
Probably not.
Really?
I'm charged enough. You know,
Because that's a big chunk of 660 to make that bad boy.
we take care of our customers. We don't charge a lot of money.
Of course we do.
We take very good care of our customers.
That's why we're still in business.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, and the last one.
The
We're
last
going
one,
to
last but not least.
This is really, are we going to call this a collar stud?
I mean, technically, I guess you could. I mean, it's more of a, could you call that a lead screw that threads into a machine?
Well, it's definitely
But it's not
Acme
gonna-
threads on this end.
1 inch
So
5.
It resembles the thread that typically goes on a lead screw. So yeah, you're typically using those for positioning,
An
right?
adjusting pin of some sort.
And then you got, what, is
1
that
inch
over there?
8.
1
So
inch
it's 1
8?
inch 5 and 1 inch 8.
I was going to guess that.
And that's 316
And then
stainless steel.
integral collar that's machined into it. So it all started at this diameter round bar, and then all of this metal was machined away.
How about it?
Yeah.
Good looking 316 stainless steel.
Beautiful part,
Notice
man.
how that thing's not rusting.
Does
So
not
all these
rust.
parts we've showed are all stainless steel, and you notice there's 0 rust.
No rust.
No rust at all. So cool parts. How about it?
What a
Yeah.
good podcast, Bryce.
Did you really enjoy this podcast?
I did love it because it's concise and to the point, and it doesn't drag on. It doesn't have us just BSing the whole time.
I think you need to drink.
That's what drives
I
traffic.
think you need to drink on the next podcast. It's a little more lively.
I'm
when
not
you
going to drink until the next podcast, in which case I will have a drink.
How about we do whiskey tasting on the next
Okay,
podcast?
let's do it. But what are the rules here? So we're going to hide the,
Yeah, I'm going to set it up for you,
and then I'm going to have to guess.
and you're going to
what-
have to guess. And I think I might mix it up with some like flavored, with some Irish
But it has to be
whiskey,
names that I know, obviously.
or types of it. Like if I'm going to do
Oh,
some
okay.
bourbons and then some types,
Okay.
and it'll just be a small pour, so you're not going to get hammered.
Okay,
I think it'll be fun,
I'll still be hammered.
probably, but it'll be fun. Episode 115.
Yes, sir. In the books.
Well done.
Have a good weekend, brother.
Cheers, man. Adios.